a roll of this PhotoWorks 400 ISO that, this aside, expired in, well, should have been processed by 2002, looks like. It is C41. I think that this is the same stuff as that Seattle Filmworks was, which I believe used to be ECN. But if it says C41, I've heard it's not rimjet, so hopefully I don't completely trash my entire developing thing. But I found this, and I've been inspired by Attic Darkroom to try Bleach Bypass, so I'm going to give that a shot. Just CLA'd my Himatic for the second time in a month because I don't know what I'm doing. Just CLA'd the clutch on the wife's MG, and so took it out as well. So we're just trying everything out today. Got a sidekick with me here. We're gonna walk around downtown and see if we can't take some pictures. Starting off great. At least 2 shots with the lens cap on. Well, went ahead and tried the auto mode, and I don't know if the wine cell's dead in this thing already or not, but pointing it basically straight at the sun and pointing it at the shadow is both yielding a f5.6. So I don't think that's quite right. I went ahead and pulled out my iPhone light meter, got some readings, and it looks like basically f8 and B there for the day at f60. So I'm gonna shoot this at ISO 100, even though it was rated at 400, because it's, I don't know, like 25, 30 years expired. So maybe that'll work, and we'll see what we do. I'm gonna bleach bypass this thing anyway, so it's probably gonna look like trash no matter what. It's like, it's thinking that it's doing something, but yeah. I don't think I have a meter, which doesn't bode well for this color film. You want to see how many times it takes for me to remember to shoot this video in landscape? Yeah. Probably. I mean, it's definitely a sculpture of some kind. So I got to give a shout out to Hunter Creates Things as well for convincing me to just go out, walk around town, and take pictures. It's got a video on basically you think you live in a boring town and nobody wants to see it, and so let's just get out there and do stuff and stay hydrated, create art. I think that's what he says all the time. But anyways, yeah, I was definitely a bit of a funk, and wanted to get into film photography. I sold cameras like 25 years ago. I don't even want to talk about it. And was never a good photographer. Still not a good photographer. But he said just get out and, well, I appreciate that, thank you. Said just get out and go take pictures. And even if I don't necessarily find it interesting, someone else will, because they don't live here. And the cool thing about that is yeah, just getting out and taking the pictures is a lot of fun. And I know, right? Yeah, there's a lot more stuff to take pictures of than I thought. It certainly gives you an appreciation that I honestly didn't have before. You know, you drive by this stuff every single day and you don't think anything of it. And as soon as you go by, you just see beauty. And you know, somebody put time into this, and
they want their art to be in
that's awesome.
Pictures.
You know, I didn't really appreciate that sort of thing, and it's great. You know, it's just get out there and just look at where you live through a viewfinder, and it definitely does change your perspective of, you know, your town and where you live, and shows you a lot of beauty that you were missing before. Certainly I was, at least.
Yeah,
so
because we were zooming by randomly.
Yeah.
We never actually got time to see it. Whenever you just walk around, then you're able to have some time to actually check out it and see the stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I certainly felt that way. You know, I've been to a lot of cities, thankfully. I've been able to go to Paris, and just got back from Edinburgh, and I mean, they're just absolutely beautiful cities. And even my little town here in Kentucky, You walk around it and there's beauty here too. You don't have to go across the world. It's awesome too. It's great. I love it. Go explore the world. But you don't have to find beauty. You've got it near you.
If you don't like it, then you don't like it, then you don't have to do it.
Yeah, that's right. You don't have to take a picture. But just get out there and check it out. All right, made it to the end of that Photo Works, Seattle Film Works, whatever. Which way to roll is this way. Yes. Roll. I don't know. I blasted it into the light a little bit. Certainly, I left the lens cap on a couple times. This roll has been butchered. I was not sure if my auto exposure was working. But you know what? We just did it anyways. We powered through. So I don't even know if this camera works. Honestly, I think it does. I've taken good pictures with it in the past, and then it kind of quit. So we'll see. But yeah, we'll give that a shot. And oh, shoot, where's my lens cap? This is just water at 102, just to bring the canister and the film up to temperature. I only have to do that for a minute. So my dev time should be like 4 minutes, 15 seconds, but that would be if this was shot at correct speed. I did go ahead and expose this 400 ISO film at 100. Then I got to doing some reading, and most everybody said that at this age, it should probably be actually shot at ISO 50. So we're gonna develop this at, just gonna give it an extra 30 seconds. And so we'll develop this at 4 minutes, 45 seconds. Mentioned earlier, I'm a garbage photographer to begin with, but a garbage color photographer. I have no eye for color whatsoever. Do okay with black and white, I guess, but it's one of the reasons why I wanted to try Bleach Bypass, because it's like kind of still black and white. The gist of it is that you leave the silver in. You're skipping the bleach. The point of the bleach with color development is it strips all the silver out. And by stripping the silver out, you leave just the color. And so it increases your saturation, but it decreases your contrast. I don't know, I kind of like the contrast. I love the inky blacks, I love the moody. I'm an emo kid at heart. And so I love that kind of moody look to it. There we go, it's time. This has been hanging out in my dad's photo bag for at least 25 years, which has probably been stored in a barn in Texas for a couple decades. I can tell you that it was wound tighter than a clock spring when I took it out of the canister just a minute ago in the dark bag. So my gut feeling is that this is going to be mega cooked. I think we are far beyond al dente. I'll have to work on this reveal if I do future videos. Oh, I have done something horribly wrong. There's some frames, but that looks exceptionally bad. Well, let's scan it. I scanned these in with the, I'm using the Valoi V2 along with an old DSLR that I've got laying around. Ran it through NegPy, I'm not sure how to say that, but I've been using this for my color correction. Seems to be really good. I really like this, and it's free, so if you haven't checked it out, definitely go check it out. First shot, obviously, right off the bat, that's my lens cap. As I mentioned earlier, I left on, so wonderful. Enjoy the view of my lens cap. Coming through the rest of these, I'm actually really pleased with how this stuff turned out. So, quick little bit of history. This PhotoWorks 400 is actually something called Ferrania Solaris 400, which was a super popular film back in the day, but one that not too many people talk about anymore and think about. A lot of folks didn't really know the name of it even. They probably all shot it because this was owned by 3M. At one point, Ferrania was the third largest film manufacturer in the world, right behind Kodak and Fuji. And the only difference is that they were often rebranded. They were sold as the store brand. They are frequently regarded as kind of halfway in between the two when it comes to color balance. And you can see in a lot of these shots, it's a little bit blue. I don't know if that's the age. I don't know if that's really kind of what this stuff looked like. It's not too hard to color correct out. I left these alone, just ran these through on auto, but if you want it to look like, you know, gold, it wouldn't be too hard to push it that way, and I really don't think it'd be too hard to push it that way for Fuji. Honestly, the Bleach Bypass effect, it looks really subtle. I'm not seeing it much, and everything that I've heard about this film, now that I know what it actually is that it is a little bit undersaturated and somewhat contrasty, so it kind of looks like Bleach Bypass to begin with. What I read was basically kind of is almost like the Lomo Metropolis is a little bit like that, which is an interesting film to be digging up from the archives. I am super pleased with how these shots turned out, given that this is basically just a free roll of film that used to get handed out everywhere that I found in the bottom of my dad's photo bag, 25 years expired and definitely not stored correctly. So I'm pretty pleased to see how this thing came out. Love the shots. It's got some color. It is pretty contrasty and punchy. It's got these like starlight sparkle effects all over the place, which is weird. Don't know if that's to do with the way I developed it or the storage or what, but it's a cool kind of little look to it. Really like this, and now I kind of hope I come across another roll of this, because I definitely want to get out there and shoot it again. So I hope you like the film, and if we keep doing this, we'll do some more. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.